There we go. All right. Let's start with a few shoulder circles. You want to really get that shrug, the shoulder up by your jawline or all the way up to your ears. Switch directions. Good, and then all the way overhead, really reach that arm up, try to sweep past the side of your face. Good, and switch directions. Still keeping that nice tall shrug at the top because we need to do some overhead presses today. Good, let's wrap ourselves up in a nice big hug and then arms open, squeeze the shoulder blades together, stretch through the chest. And squeeze and stretch. Good. Let's roll it down. Hands on the ground or yoga blocks. You can bend the knees here. If you would like, take a second to grab your elbows, just kind of hang down, stretching the back, stretching the legs. And then we'll go hands back down on the ground to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Toes can be turned out wherever you need to have that comfortable little squat. I'm going to walk my feet out a little bit wider, and I'm going to walk my hands to one side. You can bend that leg for a less intense stretch, or you can straighten it. I'm not good. A little bit wide legs, stretch one side. And then walk the hands to the other side. Once again, we can bend that knee a little bit. And if it's feeling good, you can straighten the leg a little bit more. Hands back into the center, drop the booty just a little bit so you can roll on up. Nice. We're gonna still have those legs out wide. We're gonna do our arms out, reach to the opposite side. Windmills. Tap the opposite toe and up. Good. Head it down to the ground. Just a little bit. There we go. All right, on all fours, we're going to do a little cat cow here. Arching the back, head and tailbone up to the ceiling. And then for cat, tuck chin to chest, tuck tailbone. Press that back up nice and tall. And then I like to go from cat, nice big round back, sit back into child's pose. Press it up to cat, sit back to child's pose. A little bit of a shoulder stretch, just for not moving our hands. Good, and then we're going to take one arm up in all fours here. We're going to reach through and elbow leads as we reach that elbow up to the ceiling. Good, hand reaching through for that twist underneath the body, and then elbow leading, pressing it up towards the ceiling. Good, reach under, and squeeze that elbow up to the ceiling. Good, last one on this side, reach through. And up. Good, switch those hands out, reaching the other arm through. And elbow leads up to the ceiling. 2, reaching underneath. And elbow reaching towards the ceiling. You can try to look as well. Reach through and twisting up. Last one, reaching the arm through, twisting up to the ceiling. Good. I like to grab a block for just a little bit of support for this one, but I'm going to do a lunge. We can start with the legs straight in front of us here. Little fold forward for a hamstring stretch. That's why I like to have my blocks, or if you're comfortable, you can have hands on the floor. Sometimes I want to be a little up further. Little hamstring stretch there, and then I'm going to bend that front leg, bring that hips forward along with me, and get into that hip stretch. Good, squeezing the glutes for that hip flexor stretch. And then pushing the booty back, straightening the front leg, reaching forward for the hamstring. Hip flexor, low lunge. And pushing the booty back, leaning forward for that hamstring. Floss it back and forth a few times. And then go ahead and switch it over to the other side. Starting with that foot forward, little lean forward to get into the hamstring. And then I'm going to bend that front leg, press the hips forward, low lunge, squeeze that booty. Hips back, straight leg, little lean forward if you need that extra stretch. And floss it back and forth. Good. When you are ready, just come back up to standing. We have 2 longer supersets for the workout today. All right, we are doing push presses today, so that is going to be a little bit heavier than your standard overhead press. Starting with split squats. So for our split squats, holding the dumbbells down by your sides. If you would like, you can rack them at the shoulders. We're going to take a little bit of a wide stance here because this is down into that lunge. You can tap the knee to the floor or hover and press back up. But we're not moving our feet. So our feet stay in this split stance the entire time. Down, up, down, 10 times, and then switching the other leg forward. Then we're going to take it up just a little bit heavy for those push presses. For the push press, we want to stand nice and strong. We want to rack those dumbbells at the shoulders. You want just a little knee bend. Instead of strict pressing here, we're going to do a little knee bend to jerk the weight overhead. Stay strong at the top for a second, lower down slow and control. So that little knee bend helps you push that weight overhead with a little extra force, pause, and control the descent. Last one in this superset is going to be our dumbbell row. We're doing one side at a time. I'm going to use a bench or a chair if you have one. So it's called a 3-point row because we have both feet on the ground and we have one hand on our chair or bench. The other arm's gonna row, pull that elbow back in tight to the body and pull the dumbbell towards the hip. Here, squeeze like you're trying to pop a balloon in your arm. The body for this one is still that hinge with a nice strong core and a neutral spine. There. All right, so we got 10 left, 10 right for our split squats, followed by 8 left. Oh, we're doing one arm at a time push presses, 8 left, 8 right. And then 8 left, 8 right for that 3-point row. 3 to 4 rounds through that one. They did not give us a time to hit. So let's let's give it 12 minutes. We'll give it plenty of time. We don't have to rush. Doing the left and right step really does take plenty of time. We got 12 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Starting with that split squat, nice stance, everyone. Down and up. Really? Sorry about that. That was not our timer, that was my alarm. Good, we are doing one arm at a time as well for those push presses. Sorry about that, I demoed with 2 arms. Nice strong core for that push press. Little knee bend. Push that overhead. Control the weight down. Good. Little knee bend. Jerk that weight overhead. 8 left, 8 right. Good. Squeeze the elbow in nice and tight to the body. Try to pull that weight a little bit back towards the hip. Nice. Good, Lynn. Squeeze the arm close to the body. Nice. Good work. Nice, Mary Frances. Yes. Good. Full range. Try to get that arm up as high as you can. Nice and strong.
Jessie,
Yep.
on the split squats, is your weight evenly between both legs? So you're sort of going straight down,
I
balanced.
try to do that one straight down. And I actually tend to keep my back heel raised the whole time, right? I don't settle back here. There, you can hinge forward a little bit. Sometimes that makes it more comfortable. Go up, a little hinge can help too.
Cool.
But yeah, pretty evenly between both. If you tilt your camera down, I can see that one a little bit better. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, if the knee feels too close to that front heel, you can get a little bit of a wider split and just test out what feels right to you. Some people like a narrow stance, some people like a wide stance. That looks great. Good. Yeah, if you're gonna do the hinge, just try to keep that nice neutral spine with no rounding or as little rounding as possible. Your choice if you want to go through this 3 times or 4 times. If you are done before our time is up, that is a-okay with me. It is also like 80 degrees here and I'm dying a little bit. Looking good, everyone. Good, nice, Mary Frances. We got about 3 minutes left on the clock. If you are done before then, that is a-okay. Good. Last minute. Good job, Lynn. Catch your breath, grab some water, shake it off before our next set. Throw yourself a little dance party. Good song.
I'm horrified because on TikTok they said you can tell how old someone is by how they dance. So if you go like side to side, like you grew up in the 80s. Like you were in high school, college, you know, in the 80s.
Yeah, whenever you like had like prom, high school, college dance parties. Yes. Woo!
So what, Mary Frances, there's another way to dance apart from that?
No, there's really no, there's not. Nah.
Good, good. I thought I'd missed something, but it's okay.
You gotta go like drop it. No.
No, who has knees? Like, I mean, I guess that's the goal of working out. What is it? What is it? Megan knees? I'm on TikTok too much. All right. We have for our next superset, we are doing some kickstand deadlifts. So Gabrielle, this one is going to be similar stance, a little closer than our split squats, but for this one, all the work is on that front leg. So our split squats were pretty evenly between both, and now for the kickstand, I want my toe to balance me, but I really want to feel it in this hamstring and booty. Push the booty back, get that nice hinge down, press up to standing. So all that work is in the front leg. The back leg is just to help alleviate some wobbling. Push the booty back, nice deadlift. Feel it in that glute and standing back up. Some people do single leg, right? We're just adding the toe for some balance work. That is going to be 8 left and then 8 right. Then we are going to do a high plank knee to elbow. This one is going to be up here in our high plank. Make sure you drop the booty. I'm going to go knee up. It does not have to touch. Back down, alternate. Knee up. What we don't want to happen is like a big swing side to side in order to get it to touch. We want to stay really strong and squeeze that hip flexor. Squeeze when I'm pressing back through that straight leg to make sure I swing side to side as little as possible. That's going to be back and forth for 20 reps, which is 10 on each side. If you would like to elevate that, please feel free to elevate. Just don't leave the booty up. Get a nice tight line, strong core. Last one in this superset is going to be lateral raises. Lighter weight for this one. Arms are going out to the side. Hold for a second, control that weight back down. So you can be slightly in front of the body. You can be right out to the side. Some things we don't want to happen are going backwards, going too far in front of the body, and you don't need to raise it any further than about a T. Raise, squeeze for a second, control that weight down. All right. 8 left, 8 right for that kickstand deadlift. Try to take it slow on the way down to get that extra work in the hamstring. High plank knee to elbow, 20 reps side to side, and 12 reps of those lateral raises. It's a little less side to side. We'll bring it down to 10 minutes for this superset. Let's go. Good, Gabrielle, nice. Little more knee bend if you need to. You should be able to lift or just kind of tap that back foot on and off the floor. We want it to do as little weight bearing as possible. Good. Nice planks. Good. And nice strong lateral raises. That's my bad, Gabrielle. It's going to be single side. So hold one weight in the same side as your back leg. Other than that, your form looks amazing on those ones. Yeah, it adds a little bit more effort to the core to keep everything nice and stable side to side. And we have that weight in just one hand. Yes, Gabrielle, nice single leg. Good balance. If you ever see the kickstands programmed, kickstand deadlift, whatever, and you are feeling nice and strong and stable, feel free to do the single leg. It's just a little harder variation. Good. Nice, Mary Frances. Keep a nice strong core. Try to have that neutral spine, but just a tiny curve in the spine, right? So not rounding the shoulders forward, keeping that weight nice and strong. Nice. Yes, Gabrielle. Nice. Working on our third round through this superset. Good work, everyone. Yes, Mary Frances, nice hinge, good. Good, keeping the shoulders up just a little. Good, nice planks. Keep nice, strong core, booties down. Woo, those aren't easy. Good. Pushing nice and strong into the floor. Nice work. Yes, Gabrielle. Down to our last minute, finishing up that third set. If you are done early, go ahead and shake it all out. Yes, Gabrielle, you got this. Nice. If you want to give your wrists a break and arm, you can be up on your bench as well on the forearms. That can really help that plank. Give your knees enough room to move. All right, last exercise. Good. Shake out those arms. All right. 2 longer supersets today. That means we are already at the finisher. Woo, it went by fast. All right. See if I can fit in frame here. For the finisher, we are going to do a squat to overhead press. We're going to do that 6 times, followed by a 1-minute wall sit, sorry. We'll go through that 3 times. We'll do it all together. So if you are running a little bit faster on the 6 reps, you'll have a tiny break between the 2. For this one, we want to rack those dumbbells at our shoulders here. Turning the toes out just enough to get a nice deep squat. On our way up, we're going to use all of that momentum with the legs to press the weights overhead. So it's like that same push press, but this time we're going to do our full squat and use that full range to press overhead. Pause for a second, drop those weights down to the shoulder before you start going back down into your next squat. Squat, press all the way through, all the way overhead. And then we will do our 1 minute wall sit. Now the important part of the wall sit that Tina wants us to remember is we want to drop the booty to be in line with our knees. I don't want wall sit to be up here. We want to try as much as possible to get to that nice 90-degree angle with the back pushing against the wall. All right, let's do, I will grab my stopwatch for the 1 minute, do 6, and then pause, and I will start us off on our wall sit all together. All right, ready? I'm gonna turn the music back up. Let's do this. Push. All right, ready, down into that wall sit and start. We are halfway there. Keep going. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and up. Good. Shake out those legs back to the squat to overhead press. All right. Get ready for that wall sit on the wall. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and start. Halfway there. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo. time through. All right, last wall sit on the wall. Whew. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, slide it down. Halfway done. Ten seconds left on the clock. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and off the wall. Woo-hoo! Oh man. Shake out those legs. Let's take it down to the floor. All right. Start off in just a tiny little straddle here. We're just gonna shake out those legs. Get those quads to relax. You can shake it out with your hands if you would like. All right, the first thing we're doing is stretching those quads out. So I'm gonna tuck one heel back to my glutes. I'm gonna keep both butt cheeks on the floor. I'm just gonna lean back until I feel a stretch. Doesn't have to be very far, wherever you are feeling it. I'm gonna walk my hands just a little bit more upright because I'm gonna lift this glute off the floor in a little bit of a twist. This one should get just a little more intensity through the quad and the hip flexor. So if you need to start all the way upright, feel free, and then walk it back to wherever you're feeling it. Little twist. Good. Coming back up, switching over to the other side. Slowly walking it back as far as you need to feel the stretch. This could be all the way flat. If you need a really deep stretch in this, feel free. If you want to have a yoga block behind you to lay on, that helps as well. I'm gonna walk myself up just a little bit more so that I have enough space to add that little twist, lifting the glute, upping the intensity on that stretch. Good, and all the way back up and out of that. Rolling onto our backs. Let's start by pulling those knees up to the chest. You can rock by squeezing and lifting your tailbone back and forth here. You can also rock a little side to side. Good. Let's open up the knees to happy baby, and you can reach those hands a little bit further if you would like, to the shins, to the ankles, to the feet. Good. Some nice deep breaths here. And then we're going to take one foot back down to the floor. Cross ankle over knee. Using the side glute, if you squeeze the side glute, it presses the knee away from the face. If that's feeling good, you can reach through and grab this leg, pull it in tighter. Still keeping that side glute active to pull the knee away from the face. Let's really get into that hip. Good. Foot back down. Switch it over to the other side. Ankle crosses over knee. We're going to start by squeezing that side glute. If you're feeling like you want a little more stretch, reach through. Grab that leg, you can pull it closer to your chest. And back down to the ground. Gonna roll it over to child's pose. You can have a yoga block underneath your forehead if you would like some support there. Just stretching the arms out in front of you. And I'm gonna walk those hands around to one side for a nice big side bend. And walking those hands all the way back around through the center to the other side. Good. Back around. We're going to do the same from child's pose. Rounding the back, so pushing all the way up to calf here. Keep pushing the ground away. Stretch it back to the child's pose. Round the back, up to cat. Press it back to child's pose. Good. All the way up. And let's just come to seated. One arm across the body, holding at the elbow or above the elbow. Just pulling that across the chest. And other side. Across the body. And gently pull it across. Good, and one or two nice deep breaths from the belly, just slowing everything down. Nice slow exhale. All right. Great. Everyone, let's do our extra sweaty selfie today.